Pat Bergen. I'm with TFM. I'm a Kramer specialist, and this here is Adrian from Kramer Ireland. We're having this driving day here for customers to come down here and get a look up at the lineup of models that Kramer are offering, and maybe just get in behind the wheel instead of looking at things in a brochure. Just get behind the wheel and see if you can get a feel for the machines and the different models. I suppose we've been dealing with Kramer now since about 2017, is it?
2017.
2017.
Took the franchise on, yeah.
And since the first models arrived, we would have started off probably with the telehandlers, probably the 357, the 407, and then the smaller 276 has proven a really popular machine. Then we started to concentrate a little bit more on the wheel loaders and the tele wheel loaders. The likes of the 30.8 and the 35.8 are proven really popular, especially on the dairy farms.
Yeah.
They're a really versatile tool. Some guys are as interested in a compact manoeuvrable machine as much as maybe power and reach, and they're fitting that bill as well, with their great visibility and all-around visibility. I suppose I call it the 60.8.
60.8, yeah.
And which is probably, that's a 6-ton tip overweight, about a 4-ton lift.
Just over 4 ton with 156 horsepower, and then we get the big hydraulic pump, which is, I think, a big selling point, isn't it? It's 187 litres a minute. So
then they went and built the telehandler model on that same
tele version, yeah. Same chassis, yeah.
In the 55.8T, and that's proven really popular. It's catching a lot of eyes. There's nothing to compare with it out there.
Most of our machines, we're using Deutz for the engine. We use Carraro or Spacer axles. We use Bosch or strnght hydraulics, and all our transmissions are sourced from Walter Shield GKN, who are very well known in making gearboxes for foragers and famously for making PTO shafts. So everything's German. In the small machines, we've got a little 14.5, that's a Yanmar engine. And the baby telehandler, the KT144, is also Yanmar. But mostly Deutz. We use Kohler in a few models.
In the 276 has a Kohler engine.
Kohler engine. We would say, I suppose, for the customers, maybe easier to understand. So let's take a KT407, Kramer telehandler, 4-ton lift to 7 metres. And same on a KT144, well, it's 1.4 ton. It's just nearly 1450 kilos. 276, 2.7 ton to 6 metres. But the wheel loaders, or tele wheel loaders, are different. Because in Europe, in wheel loader terminology, the industry talks about tip and load. So we'll take a 55.8T. It's 5.5 ton tipping load. So if we had the boom in, we'll put 5.5 ton on the pallet toes, that's when the back wheels will tip off the ground. I suppose Pat and myself, we're talking to customers, we talk about the payload.
You talk about the payload.
That's what the customer wants to know.
All. It's a little easier and more straightforward to read on the telehandlers. Yeah. On the wheel loaders, it's a bit more complicated.
I think where this came from traditionally was in Europe, the construction world always talking tip and load, but it doesn't really apply to agriculture as much.
Our big sellers then, probably the smaller machines, the 30.8 has a 2-ton lift, and the 35.8 has a 2.5 ton lift. All our transmissions are hydrostatic, so it's probably got a different feel from what they're used to already, and takes maybe a day to get used to that. But it's a super system, so it is, and when they get in on it, they really like it. It's just been growing year on year. It's been the growth has been like beyond expectations, far beyond expectation.
We have some changes coming next year for our larger telehandlers. We're significantly lowering the height of the bonnet. We're putting the DPF and the AdBlue, which is on top of the engine, the system down to the rear of the engine, so we're getting significantly lowering, but that's going to be the middle of next year. So, and then we're going to be upgrading our 8 series wheel loaders in 2024. So there is new models coming all the time. With the worldwide shortage of components and different things, it has slowed down some of the projects, but that's the same for every manufacturer.